Yo.
From the best barbecue talent in the country, in search of the next master of Q.
Hurry up! I need the medic now!
Season premiere Barbecue Bro. Sunday.
This your boy Shaman Truth. Just beauty guys in the video. And this video is just about, we gotta, always get, a lot of the times I get down with the great mother, ancestors, higher self, spirit animals, shit like that.
Daphne had a great idea of using the space that used to be the hallway, and instead
great mother that
adding
came
3
through,
arches to create a space for
and she done,
wardrobe,
not
as
just
well
said
as
it,
a storage
but
unit and
just
access to
playing
that.
her words out in forms of just what it is. So there's doors that are closed shut and sealed shut, and even if you wanted to go back, it'll never be open. Even if they let you in, it's not gonna hold up. This is in terms of like past relationships, whether it's platonic friends. That door is sealed to where you're always gonna be uncomfortable. It's not an energy exchange for not even them to take your energy. To where it's like null and void. It's not beneficial for them nor you to an extent where there's no energy flow. So that thing is dead. At least that was benefiting you being around, but it's getting to the point where
A lot of my buddies back at home think that
there's no access. You could be in front of a motherfucker and there's nothing there.
We're doing just as much construction as you.
Doors are sealed shut. Doors are sealed shut at this moment.
Maybe we do have time for that Chateau tea.
And you gotta figure out.
I'm not used to this lecture.
Not figure out. You gotta accept it. And that's just a one little piece. There's a door that's
nice,
open.
though.
Isn't it?
Or you can't close it even if you wanted to. Confirmation when something dropping.
Why is this one so much bigger?
Yo, you can't even close that bitch if you wanted to.
350.
To the point where this ain't for everybody,
Why
but
there's so many different sizes?
600.
yeah,
What the heck?
this
is
ain't for
going on?
everybody. No. It got to a point where
What did they do?
you've been shifting
We probably sent the wrong one.
to the point where you done tapped
It is
in
herringbone in the photo,
to
but they
your
have
truths, and your truths has
different
responsibilities
sizes.
that
I heard the wrong thing.
are obligations.
What did we do?
Just because you moving up on the ladder of the ranking, you're awakening to what you really came down here to do fully. And some of us are written into some shit to where we can't get out of it. And it's not even bad, but that's just the responsibility, the obligation of it. No, ain't an obligation is what she's saying. You shifted so much that you don't hop into the timeline to fulfill what you can't even fulfill, and you can't back out of it. Yeah, that's not for everybody. That's for the ones that know. Nah, ain't even the ones that know it. This ain't for everybody. This only gonna resonate within your being. That's the only way you gonna know it's you. But yo, there's obligations that were written in the primal realms that you done shifted into unknowingly or knowingly, to where you're gonna start realizing your obligations. You're obligated to do certain things, and if you don't do it, there's consequences. There's consequences. I don't really look at that as free will. To some people, the higher the rank, the more business you're supposed to be on. You can have fun, but you is down here to do you down here to do something. You're not really in here to just be bullshit. It's kind of hard to explain, but this is some different energy, because what they're granting you access because of your call. So it's like, we're not going to be giving you all these perks if you're not going to fulfill it. So they're like, no isn't an option. Because there's too many primal energies that's riding for you to complete it, to where they're like, nah, we're not going to have them back out. They got power to destroy certain things around your past, so you don't go to the direction you kind of want to see. It's not necessarily going against your higher self. Your higher self is actually working in congruence with these primal energies, believe it or not. It's your ego that is trying to make these decisions, and it could just be a part of your ignorant self that don't understand the obligations that you signed up before the primal realm.
That's why I love income recommendations. They know what I want.
This ain't for everybody, bro.
A home that's just
Hell no.
yeah.
But what I realized is there's some doors that are fucking open. They say, hey, buddy, you done walked into something. And now you gotta, like, yeah, there's no backing out.
$95.
There's no backing out.
Oh,
Hey,
welcome to Warby Parker.
if I try to even go out that door, there's not even a door. It's gone. You ever seen that show? What was that? Road Runner. You would get the nigga running.
The bad news is
The nigga running, right?
cost us $1,100 more, and we can't
But then every time that fox try to run in or that coyote,
That's the problem.
you get hit. That's exactly what's going on right now. That's exactly what's going on right now. But you trying to go back in that door that you used to go in, but there's just that door not there, bro.
That's a good idea.
That door gone,
Ian
bro.
and I are trying to get creative with how we're
It's
gonna
like-
change the flooring.
You go to your baby mama crib, or your clothes out, your clothes outside.
Because my grandfather loved to spend
The bitch changed the locks. You know that door is sealed, nigga. Yeah, that door is sealed. And once she's alone, like you don't step in
But we don't know.
and you shifted to where you shifted into your role, and then those obligations are right on your table to fulfill. You know, and they're not taking no for an answer. They're not taking no for a fucking answer.
Let's see what she says.
No. But that ain't for everybody.
Yes.
It's not. It will never be for everybody.
Alright, so this
Some of y'all
one's
niggas got
not
free will to kind of like, you know, you got a little more leeway. But some of y'all niggas don't. I'm not trying to act like somebody over you, but it's just a contract. It's your authority. It's the reward after this
was gonna be like interesting.
cause what you gonna
No, we didn't
become.
even make the
So they had to have implications and discipline. The greater the reward, the greater the responsibility.
She's ruthless. I would say the best we've
The
received.
greater the rewards,
is,
the greater the responsibility. The greater the rank, the greater the responsibility. You don't get it easy, like easy peasy when you rank up. No, you just got more confirmation. You just got more obligations, more power. You know, and when you don't step into who you truly is and you don't awoken, yo, you got things that you forgot, but you just not remember. So you
Be the
gotta,
market for it.
you know, remember what the fuck you don't walk. What you left at the table.
This bust.
Now that you step into this shift, you got to remember what was already there, and it may or may not shock you or overwhelm you.
My grandfather and a mantle clock that we bought at
But
the market for $50.
it's okay. They're saying, great mother,
All right, thank you.
your true divine spiritual
We
team,
will see what happens.
your higher self. It's okay because you can operate in whatever is your obligations, whatever the atmosphere you done stepped into, you can operate there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there.
A woman in uniform that just.
You can operate there, otherwher you wouldn't be there. They wouldn't have gave you these responsibilities if you couldn't do it. So don't ever think that it's too much. Then never think that because they wouldn't have gave it to you.
Oh, this is gonna
They
be
never,
so messy.
yeah, they wouldn't give you something that you weren't ready for.
What's that?
Not in the spiritual sense of like spiritual shit. They would never give you nothing that you couldn't handle.
Stills.
That's
I
not
gotta
that.
try these.
Yeah, that ain't how spirit works, but you gotta surrender.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you gotta
A
surrender.
lot of commotion for somebody who's doing
Surrender to the
fine.
path that you want. Surrender to the shift that you done shifted into.
Don't worry about me.
You gotta surrender, G. You do though, you do, cause I'm peeping it. I'm like,
Eventually
yo,
I'll be able to stand again. And then
it took a lot of discipline to stick to these obligations. What the mother got me on, but I'm like, yo. I'm not going against that one. I know when she ain't playing.
Did somebody order a giant? Yes. See how much faster.
I know when she ain't playing. And she ain't playing,
The best use of my time.
you can feel it. She ain't playing right now.
Do you know how to get down from this?
She love me, she love you, but she's just not playing in terms of like, yo, she did not guide you to a shift for you to just hop out because you felt like it was too much. She ain't playing. I'm just saying, she ain't playing. Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
Let's put these
I'm
death traps
peeping.
away.
There you go.
I'm peeping. She got me, she got me on a certain type of time right now, and I'm just like, okay, I can do it, and I've been doing it. You know, it's just like, yo, I opened the door that can't be
The
shut.
concrete slab is finally dry.
That door, I'm like, yo, what?
Assemble the spiral staircase, and then we can put up our custom.
You know, usually you could backtrack, but this time, no, you can't intentionally backtrack. You can't intentionally go back to an old pattern that no longer serves you.
One giant leap.
You can't intentionally go back to these low vibrational people and just, you know, become engulfed with them. You can't do it no more.
7 steps.
11-11.
Is half a circle.
You can't do it no more. You don't step through
When we bought
a
the
new
staircase,
energy,
I
so
did
it's like
tell
that shit is
the guy
dead.
how
There's
high
certain
the
things you just
energy,
can't do no
and he
more.
said that it was perfect.
You know?
Very high to the top of the seal.
The door is shut, see.
Okay.
This staircase is
And there's
actually 10
things
inches
that,
too short.
as doors are shut, doors are open. So just see what's in that new door. See what's in that new door. There's definitely things in that new door for sure.
Okay.
For sure, for sure.
So our staircase.
You just gotta peep it. Like, what do they got you? What do they got on your consciousness? What do they got you seeking to do? What do they got you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? What do they got your heart on? What do they got your mind on? You know what I'm saying? Like the divine when it comes to assisting you and guiding you. That's what you should be doing right now.
At Lala, we believe play equals learning. That's why we launched
Yeah, they
the
got
Play
me
Box, stage-based curated collections of toys for growing brains ages 0 to
filling
2.
out this energy
They're
and getting
developed
used
by
to
experts,
it.
made
With just
from
being me.
sustainable
I'm realizing I don't need
materials, and delivered
anything.
straight to your door.
I always known that.
For a
But
limited
going
time,
through
get 20%
intense
off
shifts.
Playbox when you subscribe with code PlayboxTV.
You know, I like to do what I do, but they're like, you gonna be okay. So I'm like, okay.
Meet Earl. Earl, like all cats, craves.
It ain't nothing crazy. It's just that it get very
Back in a
intense.
dog eats first world, he's never had
Lunar,
his
solar,
Luckily,
cosmic,
he found
all
Smalls.
type of energies.
Smalls makes gently cooked fresh food. that's
Type of
junk-free,
energies
just
I be
meaty,
feeling.
juicy, natural.
Sometimes I just be liking to ground myself in
Ready to make
different type of
9
ways.
times. Visit
But she's like, no, no, no,
smalls.com
just take it in as it
to
is.
receive your first
And I've been doing that.
This is a hot flash. This is a hot flash.
12-12, well, that's 13-13, but it's all good.
Gyoza.
I just realized there's certain doors that ain't gonna ever open again. I'm like, it is what it is.
Severe vasomotor symptoms due
I'll
to
be okay
menopause.
though.
With hormone-free Gyoza, you can have fewer hot flashes and more
I'll be okay.
not flashes. Gyoza reduces the number and severity of hot flashes day and night. Gyoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Gyoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting.
It's an interesting energy. They kind of got us,
Dark urine or stomach.
like they're making us step
Don't use this
into our power.
Severe kidney
Step
problems, kidney failure,
into our
or
divinity fully. They're not playing,
Ask
bro.
your doctor about hormone.
This is like,
You can save on Gyoza.
for like
Visit
one person
Gyoza.com to learn more.
or 2 people. Or 3, 4, 5, select few. Where they're like, yeah, they're not playing about certain niggas. They're not playing because it's like, they're not playing. I'm gonna keep it at that.
Backache twice being fast. Medicine.
They not playing. I felt this strict energy from her. I'm like, no. You better not backtrack. She ain't playing. I peeped it. I'm like, no. This bitch ain't playing because I got a strong connection with the mother. So I know that bitch ain't playing right now. That's why I peep it. I'm like, no, this bitch ain't playing. Like, mama not playing. I can tell she ain't. Like, yeah, she not playing no bullshit. She don't want you to be on no bullshit right now. She wants you to stay focused. And yeah, and don't entertain no bullshit. She is not playing, bro. She ain't playing, man. Let's try to get that out there, bro. She ain't playing. Let me hear this shit real quick.
24/7. Live life, never bugged, with STEM.
That unrelenting itch. When moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment, get itch relief fast and skin clearance that lasts. Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about the medicines you take. If you experience hives or plan to
I already know.
The most common side effects are headache, joint pain.
Like, let's say if you did backtrack.
Ask about Nemluvio today.
The chaotic energy you embody, the primal energy, I meant to say, will turn chaotic real fast.
Delicious chicken they made.
It'll feel like fire within your being, or it just feel real murky.
So the staircase is
That's the way of telling you, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Before it get any worse, back the fuck back.
the guy that we ordered the stairs from.
She is not playing.
He told
She's
me
like,
it
yo,
was
these doors
big.
are shut. Why are you going back to a door that's closed?
Or a step at the bottom, or a bit of both.
Stop. She was like,
How would we do a step
she,
top?
ooh, she ain't playing, man. She's not playing with some of her children.
Okay.
Cause, yeah,
Better.
mm-hmm.
I think that's the best way.
She's not playing, brother. Sister. Just had to get that out there.
It's
She ain't
option
playing.
day. We get to find out whether
That's
or
your
not her
boy.
steps
I'm
out.
out. Peace. Contact info will be in the description box.
Nice.
You see my oranges in the back. You see that shit.
There are a few interesting items.
We could.
It ain't too bad, but I gotta keep them oranges right
We do
there
need to
though.
leave this auction with a net positive.
We don't want to just get carried away.